Good morning, Birmingham. It is Dixon Divining Talk 99.5, talk995.com, 9:06 our time. 14th of January, 2026. Man, oh man, we got a wet Wednesday coming up. Rain going to be starting in about 3 hours here. And then it's going to rain for the better part of the afternoon. Get used to it. Get ready for it. Hold on to something. And then tomorrow morning, oh, so cold. So cold.
Woo, it will be.
38 for a high. We have a 15-degree wind chill factor. My friend Jeff Cesaro, stand-up comic, still working today, he says, it's not properly named the wind chill factor.
All right, what do you call it?
A chill is something you get when you stand in front of the refrigerator door for too long being open, you know? That's a chill. This is the bitch factor. That's what you call it.
That's two B's
Yeah.
in one day, Richard.
That's right.
No.
We've got a temperature of 38 with a bitch factor of 15.
Okay, there's three.
I'm here to help.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at the line of storms, and it's right through the center part of Mississippi right now and headed in our direction. So a few more hours away, 2-3 hours, we're going to be looking at some showers. This isn't a huge rainmaker. They're saying, we'll get a little bit of rain, but the issue with the system is what's behind it, and it's called really cold weather. So tonight, and tomorrow is going to be bitterly cold. We'll be okay, though. We'll be okay. 50s, it'll warm back up the next day. Friday, we'll be in good shape, but tomorrow's going to be a chilly day.
Somebody texted and asked who is going to be filling in for Hey Now Boy while he's on vacation. April Marie.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be here in about an hour.
Yep. And you can see her mug on YouTube if you follow us at Real Talk 995
Is she bringing her
TV.
Is she bringing her mug?
Her mug, yeah.
I
She
believe-
brings her mug and her face.
I believe. Oh, wow. Both of them. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost sure she's got a mug.
I think she has a Stanley mug.
Stanley?
Last I checked.
She didn't go with Yeti?
Probably has 2 or 3.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a little snooty when you go Stanley instead of Yeti.
Very fashionable. You should know that about April Marie. Come on. What's wrong
No,
with
thank you to April Marie. She's great. We love her, and she will be filling in for Andrew McLean taking a few days off.
Every once in a while, you will hear about a fine piece of art, or you will hear about a classic car selling at record high prices. How does that happen? Because the folks who are selling that don't just put it out there and guess at a price and put a price on it and go like, well, maybe we could get $150,000 for that car. They don't do that. They put it up for auction, and people bid against each other. And consequently, they get the absolute best market value because the final bid wins it, right? You can do this too with your piece of property. You can do this with your piece of real estate. You can do this with your home. You can do this with your commercial property, whatever it is you are selling. They can make it happen at Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing because this is what they do. They advertise your property. They bring in qualified buyers, cash in hand, ready to go, no contingencies, no punch lists, and a set date of sale, a set date of closing. And the buyer pays all the closing costs. Now, this is how you end up with record. This is how you end up with the best market value. This is how you get all the money off the table. You don't guess. You let the market set the price. And generally, you're going to be surprised at how good that price can be once you get qualified buyers bidding against each other. Find out more about it by going to Granger Thaggart Auction Marketing, gtauctions.com to find out more, gtauctions.com. West Wing actor Timothy Busfield has been accused of child sex abuse. It was on the set of The Cleaning Lady, which was a Fox television show, ran for about 4 years. Of course, he was best known for The West Wing, 30-something. He was in Field of Dreams, Revenge of the Nerds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he is also married, by the way, to Melissa Gilbert, Little Half Pint.
Yep, from Little House on the Prairie. And I'm sure she's just mortified by this news.
I think she was in on it.
From what I understand,
You stop,
she
Richard.
has shut down all of her social media.
Yes. What do you mean she's in on this?
In on it. She was in on it.
No, she's not in on
She
this.
was, Little Half Pint.
Interesting conspiracy
all
theory.
about
That's terrible.
According to a criminal complaint from the Albuquerque Police Department,
Alba what?
Albuquerque, the abuse allegedly happened on the set of The Cleaning Lady Fox TV series. That show's been over for a bit now. It ended in like 2022. No, 2024, I'm sorry. Apparently, the child said Busfield touched him multiple times between November 2022 and spring
Weren't
of
there
2024.
twins? Wasn't it 7-year-old
twins?
twins?
Yeah. Child has reportedly been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety. Child told a social worker that he has nightmares about Busfield touching him, wakes up scared, etc., etc., etc. Didn't you say you ran across a story where they knocked down his New York apartment door?
Mm-hmm, that they went in and got him. Wow. And word was yesterday that he surrendered to police, but we're hearing something a little different today.
Mm-hmm.
So
he surrendered when they kicked the door in.
Yeah, he sure did. I give up.
They found him under the bed trying to puncture his eardrum with an ice pick.
Part of you wants to believe this isn't true, but you have to take what a 7-year-old says legitimately and investigate this thoroughly. And I know that's going to be difficult to do because you're going to need some evidence that this took place in order to convict Timothy of what's being said about him.
Well, can I throw a little more fuel on this fire? Back in 1994, he was accused of something similar and paid the person off.
That's where this is going to get him in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Timothy,
at least in public
dude.
opinion.
Oh,
not good.
Terrible.
I can't even fathom that. I mean, I can't for the life of me understand anybody engaging in that sort of behavior. My head's just not wired that way.
Most of us are.
It would be like if you were sexually attracted to animals. I mean, I just can't even fathom that. Like, what? No, there's something wrong there. So, I mean, I don't get it. I'll never get it, but we'll see where this thing goes. Steve is going to talk about this. Dilbert creator Scott Adams, dead at the age of 68, battled prostate cancer. Obviously caught it late. Prostate cancer is one of the more curable cancers that we have, as long as you catch it soon enough.
Yep, gotta get doctors involved as quickly as possible.
Right, get your PSA number on a regular basis. Unfortunately, he did not. 68 years old. He's been in and out of trouble recently, mostly because of his support of Donald Trump, but also, some few things that he said on podcasts where he talked about how black and white people shouldn't be living together. Not like, I mean, black and white people shouldn't be living together under the same roof. He's just been in the same neighborhood. He's like, he shouldn't mix like that. It's like, really, Scott, where are you going with this? Not comfortable with that sort of statement at all. That's weird to me. I got black neighbors. They're wonderful people. They take great care of their property. I think one of them's a sheriff's deputy because the car is parked in the driveway. Either that or they're regularly in trouble with the sheriff's department. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think we're way past even, worrying about, we're just neighbors. We're just Americans.
Exactly.
We're all the same. That's what America is, a giant melting pot.
I don't think of them as my black neighbors. I think of them as my neighbors who regularly have birthday parties on the front lawn with inflatables for their children, which I love. I think it's
awesome.
Great. I love it. 9:14 with Dixon Devine. He'll get to that in his segment. Yuli Kestenholz, who won snowboarding's first Olympic medal back in 1998, has died in a Swiss avalanche.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The avalanche was very neutral, though. That's the thing. It was neutral. Didn't choose sides. Kestenholz was...
Listen to this. What a way to go. You're a snowboarder, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a snowboarder?
Yeah.
Jeez. And you're on those slopes all the time.
Yeah.
And you know about avalanches.
You should have outrun that thing. Come on,
you'd
man.
think.
You could have outrun it.
I don't know. He was kind of in it, is what I understand.
Yeah, may have been.
You can be in front of it, you can be behind it, or you can, all of a sudden, it breaks and you're in the middle of it.
You were a skier.
I did some skiing.
Yeah. I love skiing. I love snow skiing.
It.
One of my
Absolutely
favorite things.
Love it.
I wouldn't do it now. I don't think my knees could take it.
I'm with you on that.
But good Lord,
think I'd kill myself.
I had so much fun on the slopes growing up in Minnesota. You obviously ran across the line. And then even here, I would go over to North Carolina, go to Beach Mountain, go to Sugar Mountain, do some skiing over there. Mm-hmm. Just really enjoyed being on the slopes. But I came up at a time when snowboarding was just getting started. And it was largely the opinion of all skiers, snowboarders are a-holes. They just are. They're all over the slope. They're getting in everybody's way. They're hot doggers. Mm-hmm. They're this, they're that, they're the other thing. So I think that's why it took so long, because that was in the late 1970s, right? I started snow skiing in 1975.
Yeah, I did 72,
yeah.
71, 72.
75, 76, 77, 78, right into the 80s. And then, in '84, I moved to California. I didn't snow ski for several years. And then once I got to the South in Montgomery, I started doing it again over in North Carolina. So, but it took a long time to get from when snowboarding first started to the time when the Olympics were like, yeah, okay,
We're
we'll
gonna
go
add it.
ahead and let this
Mhm.
happen. Now it is, quite frankly, one of my favorite things to watch in the Olympics.
It's awesome.
Snowboarding
Yeah,
in the
I
half
love it.
pipe?
Yes.
Come on.
That's really exciting.
It makes skiing look like an old man's sport,
Mhm.
you know?
Well, it kind of.
It
yeah.
kind of is. It kind of is. Except for the
It's kind of
moguls.
like when you talk about now water skiing. You don't see a lot of people up on two skis
No.
or slaloming on one ski.
Mm,
You know, it's the tubing, it's all
Right.
the other things,
Mm.
it's the wakeboard, it's your
the guy with the bare feet.
yeah,
You're
barefoot.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you just don't see somebody getting up on two skis very often.
I agree with Rita Rudner. I will go water skiing as soon as I can separate it mentally from being dragged by a boat.
Yeah,
Uh,
if you've ever done that.
been dragged
When
by
I
a
was
boat?
well, when I was learning to ski as a kid, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, as you learn to ski, you get dragged a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. A judge that was on the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, God rest his soul, he's passed away now, but a good friend of my family, he was the one, he used to ski for Cypress Gardens.
Oh, nice.
So he's
yeah.
a pro beyond pros.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he was incredible. And he was the one that was teaching me to ski. And so he was in the water and would lift, was teaching all the kids, would lift us up to get us so we could get
Going,
the
yeah,
balance.
sure.
And I fell and I didn't, the skis went flying off of me.
You didn't let
But
go.
I was hanging on for
Where'd
dear
you-
life for the rope, and everybody's screaming at me, "Let go of the rope!" And I couldn't have been 8. I was probably about 8 years old. And I'm going through the water, and I'm just getting beat up, and everybody's like, "Let go of the rope!"
I water skied for the first time at the age of 13, and I was taught to ski behind a 45 horsepower motor.
Wow.
If you have ever tried to get up with a 45 horsepower motor, let me tell you something. That is trial by fire right there,
Yeah.
baby. First time I got behind a 115,
Yeah.
it was just like, whoop, you're up. I was like, hey, that was fast. How'd that
You had to
happen?
have a lot of leg and arm strength to get up on a
lot.
45.
45, you're just,
Come on, pull me up.
there we go. 9:18, Dixon inviting Steve's turn. Up next. I clap on the 2 and 3 just to be weird. The 1.5 and the 3 3/4. I just try to make it weird. I have that power.
You have that power?
Dixon Divining Talk 99.5, talking 99.5.com.
Hey, they have the power, no doubt about it, B-Dry, to get rid of the water that's in your crawl space or basement. If you've been dealing with these issues and it's something, yeah, I know, you're like, I'll get to it. Well, here comes some more rain, which is going to cause potentially some more issues if you are dealing with these problems in your home. Foundation, how is that? You got some cracking in it? If that is the case, I'd love for you to reach out to David Fevet and the guys at B-Dry to let them come out, take a look at what's going on at your home, and let's resolve it in 2026. That's what it's all about. And here's what's great. They'll give you a free estimate before they get going on the project. So let them come out. You explain to them what you're experiencing. Let them take a look around and then put together that free quote so you'll have it, and then decide when you want to schedule getting this all done. It's great to know B-Dry. 60 years in the business, folks, and one of the strongest lifetime warranties in the business. Also, budget-friendly solutions. You'll get that with B-Dry. Locally owned and operated, too. So when you're talking about that musty smell in the basement that you've been dealing with several years, maybe longer, and you know that it needs to be fixed because there's moisture somewhere in those areas of your home, get it fixed today. B-Dry, 942-1976, 205-942-1976, or just go online, bdryalabama.com.
It's Steve's turn.
Well, the name Scott Adams may or may not ring a bell. Kind of depends on how much you pay attention to those who actually draw and write the comic strips that were in newspapers. You remember those, right? Scott Raymond Adams, born June of 1957 in Windham, New York, grew up there, graduated as the valedictorian of his small 39-student class of 1975 at Windham Ashland Jewish Central School. He'd go on to claim a Bachelor of Arts from Hartwick College, Nottingham, New York. He was class of 79 there. From there, he got a job on the other side of the country, California. But he also continued his studies while working, eventually garnered a Master of Business Administration from Cal Berkeley. But as he was growing up, noting later in life that he was a fan of the Peanuts comic strip growing up, from the age of 6, he started kind of drawing his own, actually won a competition with one of his creations when he was 11. But that job that caused him to move to California was with a bank in San Francisco. First, he was a teller. Adams revealed later he actually got robbed twice before he got into the management training program with them. Started working with the telecommunications engineers, rose up into computer programming, became a budget analyst, later would get into commercial lending, product manager, supervisor. See, all of these things assisted him in the future in his comics. He then switched from the bank to Pacific Bell, the telephone company. That continued to impress on him what his comic strip would look like, and he created the beginnings of what became Dilbert, name, by the way, that one of his bosses at Pac Bell actually suggested. He started by submitting various strips to publications like The New Yorker, Playboy, but he never got published. Co-workers, though, who knew of his strip continued to encourage him, and by 1989 he got connected with United Media and launched the strip officially. It wasn't the moneymaker he was seeking at first. He noted that his first royalty check for 1 month worth of comic strips was less than $400. But the strip caught on, and from its debut in 1989, by 1991, he was in 100 newspapers. By 1994, he was published in more than 400. And his success would continue, and the strip would continue to grow. Credited some of that success to his fans because United Media was willing to let him put his email in strips, and they were able to get in touch with him and give him some ideas about life in the office. Continued to add new newspapers throughout the 1990s, and in 1999 actually added a Dilbert TV series, ran for 2 seasons on the old UPN network, actually won a Primetime Emmy Award in its first year. And by 2000, he'd built up over 2,000 newspapers in 57 countries and in 19 languages. His strips were also being compiled and turned into books by that time. About that time, he also would claim to be agnostic, if not outright atheistic. He even wrote some books towards that end. He did note in 2025, just last year, that he had become a Christian. He also began a podcast in 2018 called Real Coffee with Scott Adams. He'd have some pretty well-known names on his guests, and those included people like Greg Gutfeld and Matt Gaetz. Noted he was libertarian in his politics, despite his time in California. In 2023, he did a podcast, however, that said it was okay to be white. even went so far as to claim that black people should be considered a hate group, which prompted several big papers to drop his strip, prompted him to say his comments were being taken out of context and blown way out of proportion, and he would begin to openly disavow racism in all of its forms and actually urge those who were his fans to avoid it in all forms as well. But in May of last year, when he attempted to relaunch the comic strip, by November he reported that he was suffering so much from focal dystonia that his left hand was semi-paralyzed, and it kept him from being able to draw the strip. So what he chose to do is get a new artist and dictate what was going to be seen and read by the fans. Adams was married twice. First in 2006, he became a stepfather to her 2 children. They divorced in 2014, married again in 2020. They also divorced 2 years later, never had any children of his own. Speaking of focal dystonia, he was first diagnosed with that in 1999, caused his finger and his right hand to kind of spasm from time to time. By 2014, he switched hands from his right to his left. The affliction eventually attacked his vocal cords. It got worse, too. Last year, reported he had a prostate cancer, which has spread into his bones. By New Year's Day, Adams said his doctors told him it was, quote, all bad news, unquote, and said that he was paralyzed from the waist down, suffering from heart failure, congestive heart failure as well. Passed away due to the complications from his cancer and other afflictions just yesterday. Scott Adams, 68 years old.
Only 68. So unfair. I loved Dilbert, the comic strip, by the way.
It was very good.
It really did capture the futility sometimes of working in a large office. But here's the thing that, to me, Scott Adams belongs in the Hall of Fame for. He was the very first person in 2016 that I ever saw, and he put this on Twitter, first person I saw say, Donald Trump is going to win. I looked at it and I was like, this guy's not stupid. Like, I know this guy. I've been following him for a while. I've been reading a lot of his stuff. He says Donald Trump is going to win? I'm like, that's a bold prediction, but one that should be taken seriously because he's not one of these guys who flies off the handle and goes in different directions. That sort of started a whole series of the ball rolling. It took another maybe 3 to 6 weeks before the next person said, this guy has a chance. But Scott Adams didn't say he has a chance. He said,
he's going to win.
I'm watching this. Donald Trump's going to win this. And I was like, wow, I didn't say I don't think you're right. I said that is a really bold statement. And the longer it went, I finally got on the bandwagon a couple of months later myself. I was like, I'm watching what's happening here. I really do believe that Donald Trump has a good chance.
I think early on people were like, what?
Oh, Spud thought I was crazy. It was just like, look at the New York Times and Nate Silver and this and that and the other thing. I'm like, watch and see. I said, I really do believe there's a good chance here, man. You're going to see. Scott was right. The boss. Prove what all night? That you're a diehard liberal? You don't really have to prove it. We got it. We got it. We know.
We're aware.
Yeah, we got it. 936 Dixon Divining Talk, 99.5 Talk, 995.com. The rain is on the way. It'll be here. It phoned ahead. It said a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Couple, maybe two and a half
probably
hours.
around lunchtime.
Yeah, something like that.
We'll see it here in Central
Show up
Alabama.
just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time for lunch. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, youtube.com. We are at Real Talk 995 TV. The food pyramid has been flipped upside down by RFK Jr.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it?
I like it.
I like it too.
I do. He says you should be eating more protein, dairy, and healthy fats, a lot of fruits and veggies, and then down at the bottom with an itty-bitty little triangle is the whole grains.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of really upside down from where it was.
Yeah, they were saying lots of grains and fewer of the other stuff. He says, look, good lean meat, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with red meat. Got to stop the war on red meat, and we're going to stop the war on saturated fat. And he said, you can never get enough fruits and veggies, and I tend to agree with that. You should probably be downing a lot of those every single day. I love a good salad.
Yum. Throw some grilled chicken in it or some shrimp.
Can't go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I had a grilled chicken wrap last night that I made myself. Thank you very much.
That's good.
It's quite tasty. Threw a little bit of taco sauce on it just to make it extra special.
I did Monday. Was it Monday afternoon? I guess it was. About 6 breasts of chicken, no bone.
Mm-hmm.
Sliced them in half, just put them in the pan with some seasoning so I could eat on it all week.
There you go.
Like, just grab that with a little salad. And
a little microwave
maybe a
and
sweet
boom.
potato, plain sweet potato or something
Off
like
and
that.
running.
Yep, good
Beautiful.
stuff.
Kennedy says protein and healthy fats are essential and were wrongly discouraged in prior dietary guidelines. We are ending the war on saturated fats. This reminds me an awful lot, by the way, of what we used to think of as healthy back in the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and my sister would go on these diets, and they would have a plate full of stuff that we'd look at today and go, oh, no. No.
Yeah, like some of the diets that were like, to eat like lots of bacon. There were some of those diets where you're like, hold on a second. I know,
Yeah.
some of this is okay, but to tell me that I can, pile up on cheese and bacon.
Any diet that says eat all the bacon you want should be looked at very closely.
On. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think even the new pyramid, they're saying protein, but there's protein in a whole lot of other foods other than just chicken and steak and fish and those sorts of things. You can get protein other ways as well. So I don't think they're necessarily saying load up on protein, meaning meat. That doesn't equal, beef and chicken and things like that. There's other ways you can get it.
RFK Jr. says cook the meat low and slow. Cooking methods actually matter a lot. Baking, broiling, roasting, and steaming are excellent choices. They allow fat to drip away. Very important. Avoid charring while cooking. Marinate.
I like a little char.
Yeah, I like a little char, but don't want to overdo
Just
it.
a little.
Don't want to overdo it.
Uh-huh.
A little cancerous there. Marinate with care. Marination can oftentimes have a lot of sugar in it if you're not careful. You want something a little bit more acidic like lemon juice or vinegar, helping reduce the formation of harmful compounds during cooking. And, of course, steer clear of ultra-processed meats. A lot of
deli meat.
Deli meat's
like really high on that list.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I love deli meat.
Well, I like some. I recently purchased some high-end boar's head, and it's so obvious that they just took a turkey breast and sliced it very thinly. This was not a question of processed meat. You can still see the grain, in there.
Yeah.
That's a good deli meat. That's you're going to be fine with that. There are hams that you can do that with as well. But then there's, Oscar Mayer, which is not really exactly what you're looking for. But anyway, that's for those of you that are trying to remain healthy here in 2026, at least for the next couple of weeks. Good luck with that. Then for those of you that don't care, Taco Bell launching a new value menu with $3 items.
This is great.
In fact, fewer. They're less than $3.
Wow.
Yeah. Check this out.
Do tell.
How about the mini taco salad for $2.49? Seasoned beef, chipotle sauce, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and refried beans in a crispy tortilla bowl.
Actually sounds pretty darn good.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The beef potato loaded griller, $2.49. Seasoned beef, crispy potato bites, nacho cheese sauce, chipotle sauce, reduced fat sour cream, your favorite, wrapped and grilled. Mm-hmm. Chips and Nacho Supreme Dip. $2.49 as well. Seasoned beef, refried beans, nacho cheese sauce, reduced fat sour cream, pico de gallo, and 3 cheese blends served with tortilla chips. The avocado ranch chicken stacker. That's $2.99. Grilled all white meat chicken, avocado ranch sauce, 3 cheese blend, lettuce and tomatoes folded and grilled. And the salted caramel churros for $1.99. Churros dusted with salted caramel sugar, available for a limited time. Also, the cheesy roll-up for $1.19, the spicy potato soft taco for $1.29, the cheesy bean and rice burrito for $1.49, the 3-cheese chicken flatbread melt for $2.29, and the cheesy double beef burrito. They're really hitting it out of the park with a lot of this stuff that is under $3, and it's way below $3 in many cases.
That's nice. Way to go, at least Taco Bell trying to come up with something that's really a value meal, and that's what
Except
it
for
sounds
that dang
like.
sour cream.
Yeah, the stupid reduced fat sour cream.
Why are you doing that?
I do think that there's 2 things that these fast food restaurants do in the early months of the year. Number one is release new stuff to try to whet your appetite. You're on a diet, you're like, but I can't turn this down. And then reduce prices on stuff so that you're like, well, I don't want to lose money on this deal. I better go in there and buy that. $2.49. How can you go wrong?
You gotta have some of that in your life, right?
Denny's has new meals that are going live this week. They're the $6 Slammin' Meal deals. And now the site can't be reached. It just went dead on me. Can you believe that?
Oh, well.
Why would you do this to me? What kind of game are you trying to play? I'm trying to give people information about the new Denny's meals, and you're sticking it to me, man. 2-egg breakfast slam, breakfast quesadilla, 2-meat scrambler, fish sandwich with fries, the Grand Slam burrito, the Everyday Value Slam, the Super Slam, the chicken tenders and fries, the classic burger with fries, and the 1-piece country fried steak, all $6 each. Salted caramel banana pancake slam and the salted caramel banana stuffed French toast slam will be available to customers during dessert breakfast options. What?
Dessert breakfast options.
What is that? I don't usually have dessert for breakfast.
No.
Well, maybe I do.
Maybe if you're eating that, you are.
Say if you're having a donut, you're having dessert for breakfast, Richard. Admit it. Same with a Pop-Tart, let's face it.
Pop-Tart.
Walmart has a new cheese. It is, you ever buy the Boursin? It's like a cheesecake, right? And it's wrapped in foil, and you open it up and you just kind of knife some out of there and put it on crackers.
Yeah, or you can melt it in the oven with some other goodies in it, and it's just as good.
Hot honey and roasted garlic.
Ooh,
I could do that.
I like the sound of that.
Are they on time with the hot honey thing, or are they a little late?
They're late, but you know what? We'll allow it. I'm going to allow it. As the president of food, I'm going to allow it.
Because they've got
self-appointed,
they've got a bunch of flavors. So yeah. I don't think you're ever too late to that party, are you?
Hot honey and roasted garlic.
Yum.
Great to toss into a pack of cooked frozen veggies or simple meat dishes. 2 or 3 blocks of this melted into a large container of heavy cream makes an amazing Alfredo-like sauce for some spaghetti.
Well, this is not for those that are dieting.
No, clearly not. If you've got heavy cream laying around.
Anytime some recipe calls for heavy cream, all right, diet's over.
You have given up.
Thank you.
On the diet.
And it is really delicious.
Yeah, boy. Yikes. Costco Bakery just dropped a new dessert.
Do tell.
You're going to rush out and buy some, I bet.
I will.
Costco's brownie walnut pie.
Yeah. That sounds really good.
It does, doesn't it?
Brownie I'm looking at a picture of it. Oh,
dense brownie baked in a sweet graham crust.
Each
is topped with chocolate ganache and toasted almonds for added crunch.
But that just said that huge pan is $7.99. Is that what I just saw? Oh my gosh! I'm looking at the video of this thing. No, I was wrong. I think it says 21.
21.
I don't know what it is, but it looks it looks like dark chocolate. I'm trying to describe it. You know, their pies are enormous. You can feed like 20 people with one of these things, and then it's got some crumbled like
crushed
walnuts.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna need some of that in my life later.
Panera's best tasting sandwiches are back, plus 5 all new menu items. Panera. They're bringing back those bagel stacks.
They're going to compete with their own kind. Aren't we getting a bagel place that is also owned by Panera called something else?
Einstein Brothers.
Yeah,
Einstein Brothers Bagels.
It's like,
yeah.
y'all don't dibble too far into the bagel world.
You listen to Valerie
That's
Vining.
right, a marketing lady
She's
here.
the marketing champion.
You're going to mess up your
She'll tell you how things work
right.
here. They got the Chicken Roma Asiago Bagel Stack and the Spicy Steak Asiago Bagel Stack. You can get either or both.
Those look really good, Richard. $7.99 each. They're not cheap, but they look like they're well worth that.
Because you're hungry.
Okay.
Wake Up BLT Asiago Everything Stack, the Farmhouse Duo Asiago Bagel Stack, the Sausage and Egg Asiago Bagel. They are ready to go, man. They're breaking out the bagels all over the place. Knock yourself out there, Panera. Why don't you back it up with some of that super high caffeinated lemonade everybody loves so much.
Whoa.
No?
That got them in trouble.
No?
Yeah, did that girl die?
I don't remember.
I think she did.
If she did,
Didn't she die?
She
from that?
rushed to death. She was in a hurry. Yeah, man. 9:47. We got the Dixon and Vining question of the day, and your texts coming up next. Dixon Dividing Talk, 99.5 Talk, 995.com. Thanks for hanging out with us. Coming up in about 15 minutes, April Marie is going to step in for Skippy McLean.
Skippy, hey now. Suppose
What?
she'll start the show out that way.
Did you feel the need to say that, really?
Hey now.
Here, we were free of
Or
it.
Skippy.
We got rid of Skippy.
Skippy or hey
He's
now.
not here.
Hey now.
And now you've said
Hey
it 4
now,
times.
hey
What's
now,
wrong?
hey now, hey now, hey now, hey
Why? Why?
Do you suppose at any point in his career he'll stop that? He'll drop that?
God, I hope so.
Where we don't start out the show with, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now.
That's another 4 times. Stop it.
Well, you did the B word 3 times.
Okay.
Trying to catch up.
I'll give you a spare.
Okay, thank you. Now we're even.
Let's talk about your testosterone level. Gentlemen, it's probably not where it's supposed to be. If you are above 50, there is a 2 in 5 chance that you are actually in pretty bad testosterone shape, and you may know it. You may realize as you get tired earlier in the day, you start going to bed right after dinner or looking to see, when can I go to bed? You may have low T. And that is a reason to go get checked by the Alabama Men's Clinic. $99. They test you. By the time you leave that visit, you will know where you stand. The Alabama Men's Clinic going to take such good care of you. They will talk to you about how to get that testosterone level back up to where it needs to be, between 600 and 900. And then they will check you on a regular basis thereafter, make sure that you're in good standing. They also can help with your ED. Variety of options with all of these things, just so you know. There's not a one-size-fits-all deal. So you can do that. You can also talk to them about your hair loss and your weight loss problems. That is what they do at the Alabama Men's Clinic, 5987000, or online at alabamamensclinic.com. You can make an appointment there as well. Donna is now piling on with the hey nows, and so she is blocked. That's it.
it. It's done for you, Donna. See what you did?
Sean
She's
says,
like, well, you started it, Valerie.
Sean says, so snow skiers thought of snowboarders like most people think of cyclists. Interesting. I said, yes, snowboarders were the cyclists of the mountain. That's exactly right. You know, whether I'm walking or when I'm walking, I hate people who are driving. When I'm driving, I hate people who are walking. Whether I'm walking or driving, I really hate people on bicycles.
You just hate people in general.
Well, I don't care for them at all. Hold on a second. Somebody has to turn on your microphone, April Marie. Fire away.
You hate everyone.
That's true.
I was going to say, we're going through the list in a very roundabout way.
I like you.
Barely.
Does that count? Barely. That's true.
I think it's more of a tolerate sort of thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
Good morning, April Marie.
Good morning.
Jerry says, I love going back to Trump's first campaign and watching all these celebs' smug predictions. Tom Hanks was my favorite. It never gets old. There are a lot of people who said, oh, he's not going to win. There's no way he's going to win. He'll never be the president, blah, 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 blah.
Little did they know.
I still go back and watch a few. And I'll watch the 2024 returns as well. People will smash cut a bunch of people. You'll watch Rachel Maddow start the evening giddy and then just fade into tears by the end of it. It's hilarious.
Fade into tears.
I love it. I used to listen to Neil Bortz a lot. Wasn't he on API back in the day? He said he wouldn't go near the areas that snowboarders were allowed. Now they pretty much go everywhere. Yeah, it's true. But they've also stopped being such jerks, too. They used to really be.
Well, and some of it was they didn't know what they were doing because
Yeah.
they were learning to snowboard.
It
It was
was-
plowing everybody over.
The first snowboard I ever saw was something that was handmade by a guy.
Wow.
It was really quite interesting what he had put together there.
So
and
it's a
it
piece of
was-
cardboard under his feet.
Yeah, no, it was a piece of wood, but
Was
it was way, 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 way ahead of the curve. Let's see. There's another hey now. Jay, you're blocked.
Oh,
It's over for you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
see what happens,
Mm-hmm.
Jay.
His catchphrase, by the way, the hey now, same awful one that Jeffrey Tambor's character in the Larry Sanders Show had. That is true. They even made fun of it in one episode. Yes, they did. Quite a bit, as a matter of fact. Mm-hmm.
Greg, bye now.
I know. It's April Marie. You can stick around. Come
Yeah.
on, stick around. Why don't you stick around? We wish you would stick around, please. All right, let's do this.
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
All right, what is the worst movie that you personally have ever seen? I don't mean a movie you heard about, or a movie that you heard was bad, or, you know, I need you to have actually watched the movie through and through. You don't have to watch the whole thing. You could have gotten halfway through and said,
And
this
said,
is
"I can't
terrible,
do
and
it."
I can't do it anymore. April Marie, do you have an answer for this question?
Glitter with Mariah Carey. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty bad.
Did you actually see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, bless your heart.
You
You
watched?
gotta keep in mind. I mean, it's 2001,
Yeah.
and I was in college. It was like a second year of
Oh,
college.
this almost killed her career.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
mean, it
bad.
was close. What do you got there, Steve West?
I watched the whole dang thing of the crying game.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. You also saw 50 Shades of Grey. Was that not worse?
No, crying game was worse.
Crying Game was worse.
Crying game was worse.
Okay.
Near naked,
fact that
naked
he's-
or near naked people,
Yeah.
like attractive people.
Yeah.
No matter how bad the acting is, it's okay.
You can live with that?
I can live with that.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Valerie Fine?
Bolero.
Bolero with Bo
Oh,
Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Wow.
That movie?
I did not
It was
see it.
really bad.
I watched part of it
I did
and
not-
could not finish it.
No,
I
I
did
do.
not
I
make
think
it.
I made it about halfway, and then I was like, I'm out.
Yeah. I got to go with the one that we talked about this past Christmas, Carry On. I got halfway through and I was like, I can't watch these people make bad decisions any longer. They're making decisions that are completely counter to what any intelligent person would do in order to move the plot forward. I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. I have to leave now. Hey.
Ronnie says snakes on a plane.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Snakes on a Plane.
Lee said showgirls.
Showgirls was awful. I did watch that.
That's
Oh, my
bad.
God. I forgot I watched that.
Christy said she was just kidding, but she did say Spinal Tap. And CJ says Gigli.
Gigli is,
Ooh.
yeah. Gigli is truly bad. You know, Halle Berry, who was in Catwoman, roundly considered a horrible movie. I saw
is not good.
I didn't hate it that much. It was Halle Berry in tight leather. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean
It goes
there's
back
things
to
to look
my
forward
attractive
to,
people.
but
Yeah.
you know the plot and
Right.
it's not great.
I didn't hate it. But she was almost in Gigli, which would have absolutely been a career killer because it would have been Gigli and then Catwoman. It would have been like, and
And you're done.
remember
Yeah,
Halle
that's like a
Berry?
double negative.
That's how that would have gone. Remember Halle Berry? Whatever happened to her? Creed says, I looked it up in disbelief. It was so bad I couldn't watch it. The Human Centipede.
Never saw that.
The Harder They Fall. Don't know that I know that one.
No, I don't know that one.
The Piano. Eyes Wide Shut.
Not a good movie.
More than one person said that. Mystery Men. I loved Mystery Men. How could you not like Mystery Men? It looks like we've got a date with Destiny, and she's ordered the lobster. Come on. That's great stuff.
That's wonderful overacting right there.
Joe's Apartment. Frankenhooker.
Frankenhooker?
Mhm.
That's a movie?
Yeah. Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, come on. I kind of like that.
The first time I watched it, I was like, what the hell did I see? Second time I watched it, I was like, all right, I get it. Third time I was like, now it's growing on me. I'm going to stop watching this now.
It's growing on you like a fungus.
Yeah. Bill says Narnia, the first movie. I didn't
No, the
hate
first
that.
one was pretty good.
Yeah.
The last one wasn't that good.
Yeah, that's why they stopped making them. Rick says Spaceballs.
Oh.
A lot of people hated Spaceballs. I
Pretty
didn't
bad.
hate it, but I didn't think it was very good. Dukes of Hazzard on Water. Waterworld.
Dukes of Hazzard on water.
I thought
Okay.
Waterworld was campy and fun.
It kind of was.
I
yeah.
feel like people may have taken
was
it.
goofy.
Maybe they took it too seriously.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to admit I've seen it, but Sausage Party, says Jessica. I like
Sausage
Is this,
Party.
is this an adult movie?
Yeah, it was actually.
Seth
What it
Rogen?
sounds
Yeah,
like.
it was
Yeah.
an
Rated
animated,
X.
animated film. Pretty good, actually. Marmaduke. What Women Want. I didn't hate that.
I didn't hate that.
Hunter from the Future. I think I walked out within 30 minutes. The Christmas Vacation sequel. Yeah, Christmas Vacation 2
horrible.
with Cousin
no,
Eddie.
no, don't
Yeah,
believe
not
it.
good at
That's
all.
a classic. Don't mess with it.
Brett says Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Up the Down Staircase. Interesting film. I read the book. Attack of the Killer Donuts. There was one of those?
There was.
I would watch that. The original Star Wars, 1977. Sure, Connie.
This isn't supposed to be a like bucket list that you now add movies to
We
your I want to
are
watch list.
out of here. Back tomorrow. Dark and early, 6 a.m. Talking to you.